going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Dead on Dave, coming at you live from Germany for your weekly pop culture beatdown. Nerd and the Jerk. And it's live as always, and I'm here, not by myself. Now, it may look like there's a still frame, but it's not. We're having a little bit of problems with XSplit tonight, but that's okay, because even though he's not here in all the visual, you can see his shaved armpits, and that's enough. That's enough. Of course, I'm being joined by the blue-haired mush pup in answering the question, what would happen if CM Punk and Adam Lambert had a love child? Ace Trainer Liam, what's going on, buddy?
What the fuck is this? Why am I a still image?
You're in a box. You're doing your
Get
mime
your
impression.
shit together, you beta fucking YouTuber.
I know. I am just the absolute low of the low. How dare you slum with someone like me? Oh God. I'm sure all of the top-notch PokeTubers are just snubbing their noses at you.
You realize how much fucking disinfectant I have to use on my face after being on this channel?
I'm sure quite a bit. Probably about as much as I use on my anus after you like sodomize me. So, you know, quite a bit.
To those asking as well, people are asking who the fuck shaves their armpits. Brock fucking Lesnar shaves his armpits. So I'm all right. Don't you worry.
You're in good company. If it's good enough for Brock, I mean, who else is going to fucking question it?
Next week, I'm coming back with fucking cauliflower ears, too.
Nice. A little Randy Couture action. There you go.
Although I've been running my mouth for 28 years and people still haven't got to me yet, so...
That's true. Somebody hasn't boxed them ears. It'll happen eventually. I'm sure
it'll happen if ever I go to VidCon.
Yeah, apparently. VidCon is crazy. There's a big story going on.
Although remember FouseyTube's going to Summer in the City, so I might set something up with him.
I'm thinking about maybe stopping by Summer in the City.
You should fucking do it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it, man. I mean, I'm hearing everybody's going to be there. Might as well stop on by. No one's going to know who the fuck I am. I can just do what I want. It'll be great.
You're going to be walking around with a cane looking like a fucking robot. People will know who you are.
Well, I mean, look, they're going to see me, but they're going to be like, who's the fat guy in a cane? They'll be like, oh, just a fat guy in a cane. Unless I wear a Dead on Dave shirt, and they'll be like, oh, who's Dead on Dave? They won't know. It'll be great.
I assume what you're going to do is get a day ticket for the Sunday and arrive on the Friday to give you time to get to the event.
Yeah, basically, yeah. That's about how long I need the cane. This is true. 100% true. So what's been going on with you this week, man? It's been kind of an interesting week for me.
With me, just a week of work, just a week of, you know, uploading, recording, scripting, the old YouTube grind. Some quality streams this week, though. If you guys haven't been watching my live streams, you've been missing out. Straight
fire. You killed it today on that shiny hunt. That was a lot of fun.
Fire.
But you've been without your better half. She's on vacation, lovely Lydia. She's on holiday.
Only for a day.
Oh, only a day. Okay.
Yeah. Holiday. She's only been away for a day. She's away for a week, but I'm just waiting for all the bikini pictures to come through on Snapchat.
Yes, you've been hyping the bikini pictures. Not that I'm complaining.
So if I suddenly go quiet and you hear some provocative squelching,
this is the real reason why he's not on camera tonight. It's because this was a possibility.
Yeah, I'm butt naked.
It's a safety feature. I don't blame you on that. It's hot. It's fucking hot all over Europe. I had one highlight in my week. Well, I had a lot of highlights, but the big highlight. Oh, I'm already getting the look because I got laid this week, son. First time in 2 years. Hey! Yes. I won't use the confetti that I used during yesterday's show to celebrate, but yes, it was pretty amazing. Pretty good stuff.
So did you get, what was this? Was this an actual heartfelt lovemaking, or was this generic bump and grind?
It was somewhere in the middle. It was somewhere in the, yeah, it definitely was not. There was no fire. There was no candles. Barry White was nowhere to be found. I just asked a simple question and everything kind of just went from there. I said,
Come here, I have sex with you.
No, will you blow me? And she said, yeah. I'm like, shit. She said, wash your dick. I jumped up so fast, put everything that I had inside of the damn sink. Didn't bother go to the bigger bathroom with the shower. No, just put my whole junk right in the sink, washed it up, went over and said, let's do this. Did some Brock Lesnar action. It was great.
Well, in honor of you, dude.
This is pretty special.
There we go.
I don't know what happened. I didn't see what happened.
Oh, fuck that then. I neglect to think how good quality this mic is that it doesn't pick up my speakers.
No, it didn't.
I was giving you the Damien Sandow theme.
Oh, nice.
I was giving you hallelujah, but fucking nothing picked up, really.
Nothing. I didn't hear it.
Which is weird, because when I stream and I have my speakers on and my headphones not in, no one can hear the background music. But when my follow alert goes, yeah, baby, people pick it up and they're like, whoa, that's echoing, dude.
Oh, that's not... Oh, yeah, sometimes it will. That is weird. Sometimes it will. That is strange. How bizarre. But yeah, it's been a good week. It's been a good week overall. Not everything great, but whatever is. It's been a good week for Pokemon. C-Man had a good stream, so it's been a good week altogether. And it's been a good week for YouTube in a lot of ways, because this is the mecca. This is the mecca of YouTube. This is where VidCon happens, and everybody was freaking out about VidCon. And I got to see all these really cool people that I've gotten to know over the last year, like Bunty King, Ginger Heat, Chris Raygun, I Am Alex, all these guys, Jamie Pine, and they did the most amazing thing. They actually gave me a little bit of a shout out video, and which was amazing about it, because one of my favorite YouTubers currently, Leon Lush, told me to go fuck myself. It was fantastic.
Hey,
yeah, it was good stuff. But so seeing how much fun they've been having, I've been like, I'm jonesing. I want to go so bad. Do you ever get the urge to go to those VidCon things, especially the ones in the States, the big ones?
I mean, I'd love to. Like, I keep thinking, like, one of the big ones seemingly in the Pokemon community is a lot of people go to PAX East, because a lot of Pokemon YouTubers seem to live on the East Coast, so it would just make sense.
Yeah.
And I've always thought that's somewhere I probably would want to go. VidCon, to me, I'm always kind of thinking, am I a little bit of like little fish in big pond? Am I going to go there and I'm going to see, like, I'm going to bump into people like Jack's Films, people that I follow and the people that I've been fans of for years, but are they going to be aware of who I am, or am I just another fan to them? You know,
I'm just going to sign an autograph and tell you.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, oh yeah, I'll take a picture with you, buddy, and not give a shit who I actually am. And I tend to, at the moment, like the smaller things. That's why I like stuff in the UK, because you don't get you get the smaller YouTubers at the UK events. You know, the people who either the only big guys that go to the big events are the few big UK YouTubers and the big enough American YouTubers that can afford to fly over.
Yeah. And it seems like in those smaller events, the fans really dig it, and they really and you know they're there for you, which is nice. You know, it's like you don't have to worry.
The smaller events are very, for lack of a better word, intimate.
Yeah, no, I could see that, especially with some of the stuff that you sent from your last one. It seems like it was just a really nice time. VidCon,
yeah, that was Comic-Con.
Yeah, that was Comic-Con too. Yeah, that's right.
Too many conventions.
Yeah, there's a lot of conventions, and we're going to talk about that in a second. But before we do that, VidCon, to kind of like, this was a chill thing, barbecues, all these videos and all of that, and then a couple of communities clash. Now, I know you don't know this entire story yet.
No, I've heard little bits of it, because I was listening to Tommy's stream this morning, and I was like, I feel like something went down at VidCon, but I don't really get it. But
it did. Everybody likes to stay in communities, and there's a couple of communities that just always clash, and they clashed at VidCon. The Skeptic community and the SJW community, and more in particular, Anita Sarkeesian, the head dog of the SJW community, the Gamergate chick, which is important to us as nerds and jerks alike, because this woman basically tried to ruin everything good about gaming a few years back, and luckily it didn't really work out. So she's doing a panel with a couple other high-end SJWs, and Sargon of Akkad and a few others got together and decided to go sit in the front row. Because why not? It's well within their rights.
Why not?
Yeah, they sat off to the side, off to the right, and in the front row. There were some early reports that they were being a little disruptive, but now the videos have come out and shown that that is not the case. They weren't really disruptive at all. They just kind of sat there and were enjoying, for lack of a better term, the content. And it didn't take long for Anita Sarkeesian to find out that Sargon, who is one of her bigger enemies, was in the front row, and she went on a tirade. She absolutely started blasting with vulgarity, talking about all the bullshit videos that he does, called him at one point, multiple times actually, a garbage person, human garbage person, and just laid into him. Before, she would go after all the fans as well. People who were actually asking questions. If they took any offense to any of the questions they would be asking, they attacked the fans and said, you are only asking me that question to either start trouble or because I'm a woman. It was absolutely a circus, dude. It was unbelievable. It's just like, if there's ever been clear example of this type of power gone bad, this is going to be that blueprint. That's going to be the big beacon. It was absolutely disgusting. But the interesting thing was, it kind of didn't end there, because
it keeps going. Jesus Christ. I mean, the thing is with me is I don't know a lot of people in the conspiracy community, because I don't follow that train of thought. You know, I know what I need to know, and if there's anything I don't know, fuck, you know, shit.
These guys are more the skeptics. These are the ones who really don't believe in the conspiracies. They like to poke holes in the SJW stuff. They like to go after all of the extreme left wing or even extreme right wing activity and kind of shoot it down, or, you know, try to be like, this is kind of insane. They're basically the good guys, even though some of them can go extreme themselves. But Sargon, interestingly enough, took to Twitter because he was getting lambasted with hate from Anita's fans. I mean, she sent them in droves after this guy, and he actually used an SJW tactic himself by starting to tag VidCon in his tweets and basically asking for an investigation and a removal of Anita Sarkeesian, which is an SJW tactic. It's kind of interesting because we don't really know if he is trolling, if he is just being ironic, but it's pretty fucking crazy, this whole situation. So, I mean, as far as like those two communities clashing, I'm sure that doesn't interest you all that much, but is this like the inherent problem with these type of conventions? Communities clashing, and is it kind of a good thing
putting communities under the same roof that for all intents and purposes that they're separate for a reason most of the time,
right?
But then at the same time, like, you can't segregate people. You can't be like, this event is for you unless you're an SJW, right, in which case get out, or this event is for you unless you're going to critique SJWs, in which case get out. You can't do that. But at the same time, I mean, fucking SJWs piss me off anyway, because the problem I have with SJWs, and feel free to correct me if you think I'm talking complete arse shit, but
shit,
for lack of a better word.
That was a good term.
SJWs, I find, yes, you know, they all have a pure core belief. They all have one particular belief that they stand for, whether it's equality, whether it's women's rights, whether it's a certain type of sexuality's privilege or something like that.
Yeah.
But when you fall under the blanket of SJW, it's because that person not only believes that belief, but wants attention because of it.
Yeah.
They never fight for their belief. They fight for attention, and they want attention in spite of the belief that they have. They don't want the attention of, oh, I fight for women's rights, so I'm going to be an advocate and do marches for women's rights. They go, I fight for women's rights, so I'm going to piss off as many people as I can so that they look at me and then they see that I'm all about women's rights, so I can play good guy. When all they do, I mean, the best example is that fucking, you remember the old one of the humongous guy?
Oh yeah, oh god, yeah, that was
all
classic.
He did, all that fucking guy did, after that woman was stood there criticizing him, going, why is he being interviewed and I'm not? It must be because I'm a woman. And it's like, context of the situation. He's probably being interviewed because he's the first fucking guy that the people walked up to who said, yeah, I'll be interviewed, I don't mind. So just because he's a genuinely helpful person, that's probably why. And then, of course, she asks what his name is, and he reacted the same way fucking anyone would react. If some stranger came up to me and said, what's my name? You know, what's your name? I'm not instantly going to go, my name's Liam Edwards, this is where I'm from. I'm going to go, I'm either going to be skeptical, or I'm going to make a joke as a defense mechanism, such as humongous. And then from there, you sexually harassed me, blah, 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 blah. And all that shit. And you're just like, dude, he could have even been referring to the fact that he was fat.
It didn't have to be his dick. Didn't have
to be.
She
She took it there because that's her prerogative. That's her MO.
She was looking for it.
She was looking for a fight when he was being interviewed, so it was really fucking obvious. And that's my definition of an SJW. If anyone ever says what is one, look at that video.
Yeah, I'll take a step farther. I think a lot of times SJWs will sacrifice their core belief for that attention, because most of the time when that spotlight goes on them and it takes it off of the core belief, well, you're not really accomplishing anything. You're just kind of fame whoring at that point. So it's like, look at me, I'm for women's rights, but you're not talking about it anymore. You're just telling everybody to shut up.
Yeah, the thing as well is with people like that, like you say, they sabotage their own goal.
Yeah.
And it's because, like, someone will be we're using women's rights for a lot of these examples, but just because it's the easiest one to think of SJWs for.
Yeah.
You'll have an SJW spouting what they want to spout, and they're absolutely entitled to that, and that's fine. And I believe everyone should be equal, so I'm an advocate for that. So to a certain extent, I'll agree with them.
You're a feminist? Yes.
I'm not a fucking feminist. This is my point. I'm just a guy who says, I don't give a shit if you're white, black, fucking male, female. I don't care if you're a fucking aubergine, if you have those in America.
I love aubergine. Nah, you said it the other day, didn't know what it was.
You are a person, and that's all that fucking matters to me. You're another person. I mean, the only time I ever discriminate is if someone's really fucking ugly, in which case I'll just turn my head away. Like, but it pisses me off so much, because people are like, I'm annoyed at this, I'm annoyed at that. Computers have been designed for years with red X's in the corner of the fucking screen, or grey if you're using Chrome. Click that fucker if something triggers you. That's all you need to do. You don't need to go on a tirade about how it's against your beliefs and how this is wrong and this is wrong. Just have your beliefs and fuck off. That's the easiest way. Right. But the reason they destroy their arguments is because they piss off that many people that people start looking at them, and the people they're trying to change the minds of, the people who should be watching what this person's doing and going, you know what, women should be treated as equals because they're people too. They will look at the woman instead and go, oh, here we go, another woman mouthing off. Because you're validating the wrong points. You're not validating your own points.
And most of the time, the rules only apply to those that they're talking to. It never applies to their own. That's why it was such a big deal when Lacey Green kind of fucking woke up. Now, a lot of people think that Lacey Green, the whole situation with her, was a YouTube move at first, and now it's kind of become a legit thing. It seems.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying, like, maybe she at first did it for the views, and then went, actually, the people that I'm talking to are making great points.
Yeah. And she fell in love with a guy on the other side. You know, that's the thing too. Her and Chris.
And her community turned against her.
Yes, that is the big one.
In a heartbeat. It wasn't even give it a few days. Let Lacey make a few videos with her new state of mind or anything. It was literally like the day the news broke.
Fuck you, Lacey. I mean, that's exactly what they did.
Which is a shame, because I've met Lacey and she's a nice girl. She was really polite to me.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. That's what, even when she was at the height of her, like, kind of craziness or whatever, people would always say she's a really down-to-earth girl when you meet her and all of this stuff. And now all she really wants is just, she's open to a conversation that she wasn't open to before. And, you know, a lot of people are saying that Chris Reagan has a good reason to do with that.
There's nothing wrong with being open to conversation. If you believe something, there's nothing wrong with sitting down and listening to another person's beliefs and discussing it like adults.
Isn't that what conversing is? I mean, isn't that what you're supposed to do as an adult, to be able to listen to other people's ideas, beliefs, and not, like, lose your fucking shit and tell them to shut up that they're a racist?
I mean, I guess it's one of the big gripes of YouTube as a career path is, and I fall under this category as well, is that YouTube generally as a career path, you don't have upper management. You don't have people telling you what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. So you end up effectively a child running the company.
Right.
And a child being responsible for the message that your company is putting out. So instead of you believing something a certain way and expressing it in a certain way that most people would not like, and your upper management going, look, the things that you're tweeting out probably aren't appropriate. They're probably going to get you some bad press. You probably shouldn't do this. You've just got you in your own head going, everything I believe in is right. I need to post this. Yeah. And that's part of the problem is kids running the business.
Yeah, they don't have the life experience that other people have in other forms of media. So yeah, that's a very valid.
And obviously they only have their own fan bases for validation. Yep. That's the only way.
And most of the time they're plugging their ears from anything else that's coming in. So it's only going to be so effective. No, I agree with that. I agree with that completely. But everything in the world of VidCon, obviously isn't bad, but it leads me to a bigger question. It leads me to something a little bit more interesting, because it feels like E3 just happened, because E3 just happened. It feels like Comic-Con is right around the corner, because Comic-Con is in like 2 weeks. You got Summer in the City. Dragon Con, I think, just happened last weekend. There's all these things that are happening. Cons are everywhere. They're fucking everywhere right now. And I know you've done some of the circuit. So let me ask you, man, is there just simply too many cons going on? Is it too much? It feels like we're over inundated with cons.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like, the thing is, because the thing that bothers me the most, or I don't say it doesn't bother me, but the thing that gets me the most is that there are cons with different companies, and that's fine. You know, EGX is a company. They want to do the EGX, you know, the Game Expo. That's fine. Insomnia is a company. If they want to do Insomnia a couple of times a year, that's fine. It's when companies like I don't want to knock MCM because they're nice to me. They invite me to Comic-Con, but they have like, they've got to understand, they have MCM London, they have MCM Birmingham, MCM Manchester, MCM Blackpool, MCM Glasgow. And because people have seen that I've been to the London MCM Comic-Con, I get people going, Liam, are you going to come to the Glasgow Comic-Con? Are you going to come to the Manchester one? And I'm like, dude, I'm not made of fucking money. Like, there's a limit to how many cons I can go to. Because the problem is, what a lot of people think as well, when a YouTuber is invited to a convention, like they think, oh, they're going to get everything paid for. Travel, expenses, accommodation. Oh, hell no. If you're Philly D, maybe. If you're Casey Neistat, then maybe they'll even fly you over from America to the UK at that expense. If you're a beta YouTuber like me, you basically get offered to come and you say, yeah, that's cool. Do you want to speak on a panel? Yeah, that's cool. I'll speak on a panel. That sounds awesome. Yeah. Okay, cool. We'll see you there. And then you have to front the money, you know, £200, £300, £400 to stay in London for a few nights and get travel to London and food to sustain you while you're there. It's insane. Like, the cost is ridiculous. Like, the cost to go to a convention is about half of my monthly earnings.
Jesus.
So for me to go to more than one of these events, I'm having to use an entire month's earnings to go to 2. So I can't do every single one.
And they're happening all the time. They're happening all the time.
Like, right now, I'm booked for Summer in the City, and I'm going to go because I fucking love that convention. They do treat every YouTuber like fucking royalty there. Really? It's amazing. And then I'll probably be going to Comic-Con in October, just because I seem to have got into the rhythm of going to that one in London. And then, but around that time as well, there's EGX, there's Insomnia, there's other Comic-Cons, there's smaller conventions that people haven't heard of. Like, earlier this year, I did manage to go to the first ever VidCon in Winchester, England.
It's unbelievable. There's so many, and you can name so many of them because you get invited to them.
I get invited to some. I don't get invited to many. Especially not nowadays, because now that I'm a lot less PG than I used to be, they're a bit like, oh, we can't really have you because you swear. And I'm like, yes, no. Just like everyone in every fucking movie ever. Right. Yeah, but your content's 18 plus because you swear. Well, it's not, because there are 15 rated movies in the UK that 15-year-olds can watch, and they have shit and fuck and piss in it. Like, come on. And boobies as well.
God bless the boobies in 15.
I'm not allowed to show boobies, bare boobies on my channel, but a 15-rated movie.
Sometimes you do push the line, though. You go as close to that line as you can sometimes, and God bless you for it.
I try my very best. Sometimes when you're shiny hunting, it gets a bit boring. Sometimes a man's got to kiss his own nipple.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Whatever you got to do to get through the goddamn stream. I don't believe one bit. But it's pretty insane when you're looking at all these things that are going on. And it goes well beyond just the entertainment. I mean, it's like there's so many different cons that are happening. It seems like everybody wants to cash in on everything. So I got a list of some fairly fucking insane ones. I mean, I was looking through this world, and there are some easy ones that people know about.
Before you list these, I want to just explain as well to people that haven't been to a convention before. If you're going to go to a convention, you might as well go to the biggest one that you can afford to go to, because every convention below that is the same. They have the same stalls selling the same merch. Like, as long as the theme is the same, which generally the ones that I go to are either YouTube based or they're gaming based, got the same stalls, got the same Funko Pop collections everywhere, got the same fidget spinner stalls.
It's an
Got the
exclusive.
same kind of attractions and stuff. I mean, Summer in the City has a little bit of an edge because they generally have like a fairground there as well with like rides and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
But other than that, you're just watching the same stuff. You're watching the same panels by the same YouTubers. You might as well just go to one convention a year and just make sure it's a good one. Save up your money and go to Comic-Con or Summer in the City. Or like, don't bother going to the smaller conventions. I know that sucks. Like, I'm telling people to not give business to smaller companies. But when there are already the two like biggest conventions in the UK, why do you need to go to another one?
Right.
Why not just meet your favorite YouTubers at one convention where you can guarantee that they're going to be there because it's the one convention of the year, as opposed to trying to get them to go to 50 per year.
Yeah, right. I mean, because it seems like
that's just in the UK.
Yeah, I know, and it's way worse in the States. It's constantly happening, and now you're even seeing smaller towns that are doing small Comic-Con conventions and all these things. It's insane. It's a cash grab. They're trying to take advantage of whatever's hot at the time, and like to an extent, I understand that. But it does get a little bit much, especially when people do want to attend them, and like you said, you're not getting paid to go. They're not taking care of you. You're coming out of pocket, and that shit gets really expensive. Now,
yeah, the smaller these companies are making money. Like Winchester County Council that hosted VidCon, I've no doubt they made quite a bit of money. It was a small convention though. It was in a public library. That's how fucking small it was, and it was tiny. Like the biggest celebrity they had there, they had one girl that was from Game of Thrones. They had the guy that played the oldest brother of the Weasleys. I think he's the oldest brother. The guy in Harry Potter that plays Percy Weasley. Yeah. You know, the fantastic acting. Keep up, please. I'm head boy. That's about all the fucking lines he said. Oh,
God, that was great.
Although, my favorite thing... Oh, you just got a donation. Fucking hell.
I know.
My favorite thing with Percy Weasley, I don't know his real name, is I thought, I'm going to ask him a question, but I don't want to ask him a basic Harry Potter question. But I was like, if they were to do a reboot of the Harry Potter series, which it's been rumored that they might do that, would you audition for a different character than Percy Weasley? And his actual response was, I don't want anything to do with that franchise ever again.
Really?
I'm done with it. And I was like, whoa, good thing I'm not a fucking huge Harry Potter fan, or I'd have been
you're already being corrected by the Harry Potter smarks.
Dreams crushed.
Charlie was the oldest. Says Poison.
Charlotte Hope from Game of Thrones was like one of the biggest celebrities there, but she turned up hungover, said during her panel that had to be rescheduled because she was late because she was hungover. She said, well, actually, I don't even want to be here today, you know, obviously referencing her hangover and that she didn't want to be awake, but it sounded really bad. And then the other biggest celebrity was, I don't know his name, but he was the man that translated the Tintin comics from French to English. And then me and Birdkeeper Toby.
Right. You and Toby.
You know when me and Toby are in the top 5 of celebrities that are there, that's when you know it's bottom of the barrel. But then I sit there and I think, why did this convention need to be a thing? Why did Winchester need a Comic-Con?
Because why?
They're like an hour and a half from London.
How many people showed up for it? How many people showed up? How many people bought a ticket?
Oh, I think maybe 400 or 500 at best. That's being generous.
Do you know how much they were charging?
Oh, I think it was something like 15, 20 pounds. It was quite low for a convention.
Yeah, but for
Chris Rankin, thank you, Hamster. Chris Rankin played Percy Weasley.
By the way, you just sold a ticket to Last Lindy, who's now absolutely going to Summer in the City because of the ride. She's really excited about that now. So there you go.
Oh hell yeah! They have waltzers. They have fucking teacups. You name it.
Teacups? I'm in. Well, shit, I can't ride a teacup. They're not letting me on a teacup.
What are you talking about? You got laid last week. You rode the teacups, boy.
That's true. That's true. Actually, I was the teacup. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means. I just say things. But it's interesting when you talk about everything that goes on with the convention world, because there's a darker side to the conventions, man. It gets crazy and weird and creepy, and I kind of like it. Like the easy one is like BronyCon. You've heard of this, right?
Obviously, yeah. I say obviously like that might have. Don't get it twisted, people. When I say obviously, I've heard of BronyCon. Not like obviously, my dudes. I'm there every year. I mean, like obviously, because I've heard of bronies, and I had to assume they gathered somewhere.
If you took off your shirt, there'd be a rainbow dash fucking tattoo on your back. I know it. You
swore you'd never tell.
I'm sorry, I doubt you.
Asshole.
I apologize. But this one's for those of you who don't know, BronyCon is one of the biggest My Little Pony conventions in the world. Almost 10,000 bronies show up, but as the name suggests, it's not just a My Little Pony convention for anybody. It's for people, men, who love My Little Ponies, and they dress up, and they are weird. There are some very strange things that happen at these BronyCon conventions, but it's not the weirdest. It gets weirder.
Now, part of me is sitting here thinking, a lot of people are going to lump me into a similar boat because I'm a Pokemon fan, right, and be like, oh, he must be as weird as bronies because he likes Pokemon, and it's grown men liking a kid's show. I don't want to have sex with the Pokemon characters. That's not my MO. I very much like real women with real working boobs and vaginas.
Yes.
But bronies very much want to be married to their horse counterparts. They very much... My favorite, there's that cringy video of that kid calling one of the ponies on his dad's phone. Oh, God. If you haven't seen that video and you need a good cringe, do it.
It is a pretty good cringe. Now, you're also anti-furry. As a rule.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
There's nothing for you.
Right. The thing is, if you want to dress up as a fucking anthropomorphic dog or whatever, there generally seem to be dogs, wolves, and cats. You don't generally see furries that are dressed as like lizard people or birds very much.
You can't go too
in my
weird.
Experience.
Yeah, no, I think you're right.
Or are they just too complicated for them to afford? Because I know fursuits are like a couple of grand each, so... Maybe a bird with like peacock tail is a bit too intricate, so they try to keep costs down.
Yeah.
But I mean, I get it. If you want to dress up as that, that's fine. If that makes you feel good, if it's cosplay, I get it. But when it's not cosplay and it's like no, this illuminous green dog, that's my fursona. That's my real identity. The thing that you see at work every day, running the bank, and you know, selling you insurance. That's just regular old Tim.
Right.
But in this fursuit, I'm ex-doggy lord / ex, and I'm a really cool guy, and I love cuddles and paw prints. The thing is with furries as well, you never see a furry that looks badass.
No.
They always look really cartoony. You never get a guy walking on all fours looking like a rabid hyena or something. It's never a cool fursona. It's always a happy, friendship is magic kind of fursona with rainbow colors. I've never seen a furry crawling around like an actual four-legged animal, looking a bit mangy, a bit rabid, fur's not really in great condition, with blood dripping from its face like it's just eaten a live fucking bird.
Who would want to, why would that even be an option? Why? Like,
I'd want to fuck that more than I'd want to fuck the fucking cartoon dog, because I wouldn't feel like I'm fucking a child then.
Now, how much disdain do you have for me? Because I got like half a furry on my head right now with this Chewbacca hat.
Yeah, but there's a difference. That's a cool fucking Chewbacca hat. You're not telling people that that's your real personality and that you are actually a real-life Wookiee from the real-life planet Kashyyyk, complete with 3 Ys in the name.
Nice Kashyyyk pull, my friend.
I know my fucking Star Wars.
Not everybody knows that fucking that the Wookiees are from Kashyyyk. Very nice. That's
not many people know that Kashyyyk has 3 Ys either. One of my claims to fame. My other is the giant squid's brain, but that's not Star Wars. But that's another fun fact.
Good God.
You're itching for it, so I'm going to tell you.
Tell me. Give it to me.
The giant colossal squid. Its brain is the shape of a ring donut, and its esophagus, its feeding tube, runs through the middle of the hole in the brain. And if it eats anything that is more than half an inch in diameter and it goes through the esophagus, it hits the brain on the way through and gives the squid brain damage.
That's magical.
Who designed that? People talk about intelligent creators and they're like, yeah, let's make the food hole go through the brain.
I think that's just a really funny God. I think, like, I have no idea what's out there controlling everything, but I'm telling you, if fucking God does exist, that is one funny guy. Hilarious. Greatest comedian
he designed
ever.
the platypus, so...
Exactly. I mean, just the fact that mongoloids exist in all forms of nature, including a goddamn squid that gives itself brain damage by eating. That's great.
Including at BronyCon. What?
Right. Yes. It's insane. Yes, BronyCon. It's just like the fact that they exist. But one thing I want to touch on real quick before I move on some of these other weird ones. Believe me, they actually get weirder. They get fucking weirder. But you mentioned the Pokemon thing. Now, you know, I'm breaking it. I don't know if you've ordained me as part of the Pokemon community yet. I mean, I only do.
It's not for me to decide.
I only do 6 streams. I only do like 6 4-hour plus streams, a week, that ain't nothing. Ain't whatever. But I don't see a lot of people within the community that are like taking it to a sexual level. I'm sure there are. I'm 100%.
I mean,
sure
someone's telling me in the chat today that being a furry is not about fucking, but because they can't spell my name, it's clearly not about fucking spelling either.
It's not about grammar.
How the fucking hell is my name on screen and you still spell it Leim? How the fuck?
I think they're just trying to help you out because it looks better. I don't know. I have no.
I get it. I've got smooth as silk armpits, and you can't look at my name when they're on screen. I get it. You're jealous.
You are dolphin smooth, and it's pretty damn special, man. I like it.
You know what's funny though? You know what's really fucking funny? Because obviously every guy in the fucking chat is gonna be like, is already like, oh, look at this fucking faggot, dude. Look at this guy with his shaved armpits. He's such a beta male. Oh my god, I can't even watch this, right? But women fucking love it. The number of women that I've been with that have gone, it's interesting that you shave your armpits, and I'm like, why? Is it a problem? And they go, no, it's actually really actually looks quite all right. Because you can see the definition of like your arms and stuff. And like weird. Armpit hair isn't exactly like fucking one of the girls' go-to things, guys. They don't generally run up to you, you whip your dick out, and they bury their face in your fucking armpit hair like, no, that's not how it works. I don't think
that happens unless you're Dothraki
and that shit,
or something.
That fucking armpit hair as well. I'll tell you something, guys, from experience. Armpit hair collects your fucking sweaty BO smell. If you want to smell better as a person, you get rid of that shit. That shit collects.
You're selling me on it, man. You're selling me. I don't have a lot of armpit hair anyway, but I mean, you're kind of selling me on this idea. I'm going to go dolphin smooth, babe. You down for that?
I mean, the other option, right? The other option that people have, right? If people don't agree with what I choose to do with my body, fucking deal with it. Just get on with your own life.
Here's the thing. I can't look away. I've been like, there's something about him. I think I see like Man on the Moon type deal on your right one. Like I see a little face in there. It's pretty fucking amazing. I don't know if it's a shadow.
There's interesting stuff going on in my pits, baby.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. And when you look at the
and obviously the term beta gets thrown up a lot, and people are like, "Hey, Liam, you're a fucking beta male." Have you seen who I'm fucking? Right. I'm doing all right.
You're doing just fine. You're doing just fine.
I mean, I'm doing absolutely fine. Like, no words anyone says to me can change the fact that I've got a smoking hot fucking girlfriend and I'm financially secure.
Right.
I'm pretty happy with that. I live on my own with 2 dogs and I get fucked as many times in a week as I like, and it's fucking brilliant.
2 dogs, not 1. 2 and all the fucking he can take. I mean, yeah, beta for life.
Let's reword that because that sounds like I'm fucking the dogs, and that ain't happening.
No, that's not happening. You love.
They're
dogs,
also on the list of things that I don't go near sexually, which consists of pretty much kids and dogs. Don't go near them.
Anything that does not biologically resemble a female. I'm assuming that the biological part is probably important. I'm just assuming. No judgment.
I'll fuck a synthetic female. I don't mind.
Oh, synthetic, but I mean, like,
I'll buy a synthetic fucking.
If there was ever a dong attached, I'm just saying, I know me, I'm probably not. Oh, yeah, I'm good. No,
yeah, once something's fucking got a penis, I'm out.
That might draw. It's just personal preference. Nothing wrong with it. Just not for me. Thank you. Keep your straw away. It's good. It's good. But the BronyCon is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to this weird shit. This one's one of my personal favorites. This is a real one. This is not, I'm not anything you're about to hear is not a fucking joke. In Iowa, of all places, there is a yearly, right, God's country, the National Hobo Convention.
That's gotta be a piss take. That can't be.
This is 100% fucking real.
Wait,
man.
Is it a hobo convention where people dress as hobos, or is it if you're homeless, make a pilgrimage here?
No, it is people. You dress up in your best hobo rag, and you can even be crowned king or queen hobo. This is a real goddamn thing. It's a 1-day convention, and it happens in Britt, Iowa. This is a real goddamn thing.
That's a lot of effort.
Right. Well, actually, not a lot of effort. You spend the morning
getting a coat you've bought in a charity shop or a thrift store, rolling around in fucking feces and shit in the fields to try and smell as bad as possible. Chewing the fucking fingers off your gloves.
It's not. I like it. I don't know.
Just so you can go home and say, "I'm King Hobo."
I'm King Hobo. Hey, like
You
if
see
you're
my
king,
fucking face?
you're king anything, I think you're doing okay. I'll take King Hobo. I'll take it. I'll take it.
I wonder what Queen Hobo smells like. That's what I want to know.
Not like your armpits, if I had to guess. Not the opposite. The opposite. So here's kind of a cool one. I don't know. Were you a big Lebowski fan at all?
I'm more of a Val Venus fan. I'm more of a Val Boski fan.
Well, this was kind of a movie that has got insane popularity. This has a huge convention.
It's one of the quote-unquote cult classics.
Right. And there's a yearly Lebowski Fest. It's a convention that happens once a year. It's absolutely insane. These things happen. Now, some of the other ones that aren't as noteworthy, you got the Sunburst Celebrity Impersonators Convention. The Vent Haven Ventriloquist Convention. You got the Murfest. This one's
to be fair with ventriloquist conventions, I can understand that people do it as a hobby. Some people do it as a career, and it takes skill to do. And I can appreciate that they do gather.
Liam, you died on me. You still there?
Oh fuck yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, you died on me. I don't know.
What word did you get up to?
I don't know. Skill, I think.
Yeah, I can appreciate that it takes skill, and that they would gather. They would gather together so that they can, meet and exchange ideas.
But it's got to be creepy as fuck to see. It's just.
Yeah, because ventriloquist dummies are some of the creepiest fucking toys you'll ever see. It
really is. Not as creepy as this next one though. The Murfest. Would you like to take a guess what the Murfest is?
The Murfest.
The Murfest, yes.
What? No, I can't even think of anything.
Fucking true, man. This happens in Cary, North Carolina, and let me give you a hint. There's an Olympic-sized pool involved. Does that help you determine what a Murfest is?
Oh no!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is. If you ever wanted to be a mermaid and flop around on the deck around an Olympic-sized pool, this is the fucking place for you. The Murfest. Yeah.
Are they allowed to walk outside the pool, or do they just grow legs?
I don't think they do, but here's the thing. If dressing up as mermaids is not your thing, pirates are also welcome as well.
Oh, it's good that they accommodate, the rapists of the sea with the mermaids. That's good.
Right. The most vile things that people romanticize about pirates, yes, they can be there. They'll rape the fucking
We will appear on your shore, we will loot you, we will pillage, we will rape all your women, all your fucking children, we'll kill your men, and we'll take all of your treasure and leave. But they're so cool, though. They wear bandanas and have dreadlocks.
Johnny Depp portrayed one. Johnny Depp. Yep. Johnny Depp. There's some interesting ones. I'm going to give you the name. You tell me if you can guess what it is.
Oh, fuck.
The Pork Fest.
Is it an orgy?
No, it's not. You'll never get this because a pork fest, spelled Porc, has nothing to do with bacon, has nothing to do with porking. No, it's a goddamn porcupine fest. And it happens. It's a week-long thing in New Hampshire. It's insane. And they get you there because apparently you could feed baby porcupines out of bottles, and it's adorable.
You know what? You're right. I don't need to go to America.
No, I think you're good. I think you're fine.
I'm just waiting for you to bring up something like Necrofest, where everyone turns up with a fucking corpse to fuck.
Oh, how good would that be? That would be a good one. I believe
it. I don't know if it's a thing, but I believe it probably is.
It's gotta happen.
I mean, it's sounding like Rule 34 of the internet's being changed to fucking Rule 35, which is if it exists, there's a convention of it.
Everything has a convention. Here's one. Try if you can guess this one. A TwyCon. That one's kind of easy.
TwyCon.
Yeah. Now, granted, it's been a couple years since this has been a really popular thing, but a few years back, Twy was quite big.
Twy. No, I got no fucking idea. I keep thinking of, because we have Twycross Zoo near where I live, so I don't fucking know.
No, think about the twinkiest vampires in the history of vampires.
Twilight.
Twilight.
Oh, I buried that in the depths of my fucking mind.
I don't blame you once at all.
Thanks for bringing that back up.
You're welcome. You have fun with that. I mean, ones that you would expect to happen is like the Elvis Festival. This is a big one in Collingwood, Ontario. Yes, Canada hosts the fucking Elvis Festival. I have no idea why. Here's one that you might dig. The Sideshow Gathering. This is a huge one. It's all about this. Is
this everybody dressed as Sideshow Sideshow Bob?
No, not the kind of. This is more about like the sideshow from carnivals and stuff, like sword swallowers and human oddities. And this one is.
I like that. I almost said Sideshow God, like I was someone who wanted to go there. I hope Sideshow God's there.
I hope Sideshow God showed up. I hope it's showing up.
So it's like Siamese twins and people with like really tiny people. Oh, that would terrify me.
Most tattooed man and all things like that. What's cool is this one doesn't seem to be more for fans. It seems to be more for people who are practitioners of these arts, because like,
how do I be a better tiniest person in the world?
Or sword swallow.
Have you tried smoking?
Smoking while pregnant. It'll help you. It'll be good. Jesus. There's barbershop quartet conventions. There are Blobfest. You want to take a guess what that is?
Blobfest.
Yes.
Is that just a convention for people of a certain waist size?
Now, that's what you would think. Now, because I think that you hate me secretly because I'm a big fat shit, but no. No.
Dave. I don't hate you because you're fat.
Give me the real
That's where I'm
reason.
going to leave it.
Yeah. See, always leave them wanting more. That's good. No, remember that fucking movie, The Blob? Did you ever see that?
Oh, you can't build a convention around the Blob.
That's classic, man.
Oh, fuck off, you weird fucking people. This is coming from a fucking blue-haired, shaved armpits fucking cock, right?
Pokemon practitioner, and he's judging.
Pokemon practitioner. Just stop. People need to stop.
It's so good. It's really, really good. But it gets weirder and worse. It doesn't stop. It's like... It never ends, man. There's taxidermy
It's like
festivals.
this is like finding the deep web.
It is. It almost is. I'm almost scared to continue to go further down this hole. Taxidermy Fest kind of creeped me out, but this one's intriguing. It shouldn't be a surprise. And we talked about Pork Fest earlier, but there is one that's more appropriate to what you thought it was. The Fetish Con in Tampa Bay. It's a convention for people to engage in all kinds of different sexual fantasies. This isn't.
I bet they don't mind my armpits, do they?
No, probably not at all. But here's the interesting about it: it's not just a place to go and like admire. No, this place you go and practice. Like if you have a fetish of a woman stepping on your scrot in high heels, that shit will happen. This is your Disneyland, son.
Oh hell yeah! Where do I sign up?
Tampa.
Oh, it's a bit of a walk, especially if someone's just stepped on my fucking cubes.
It's a jaunt. It's a little bit of a trek, but I think it'd be worth it. I think you would enjoy it. I think you get a lot out of it. Holy
yeah,
God.
but some people have weird fetishes, like Austin Jones.
Yes, show me your asshole.
I'm just going to show you the basic twerk movement.
He will be memed forever. Well, until he's somebody's butt boy. You think he's going to get off? Well, I mean, not in that way, but you think he's going to end up beating this? That's not much better.
I mean, his career's not going to beat it, is it? Although, what's his fucking social blade like? How's he doing?
That's a good question.
I think he's had surprisingly minimal backlash in terms of figures.
I've got to see that. Is that his name, Austin Jones? Is that the name of his channel?
Yeah, Austin Jones. I'm on his social blade now. Oh no, do you know what? He lost 2,000 in the first day, 2,200 in the next day, and then 900, and then he's not really losing that many.
Oh yeah.
In fact, he's had one day where it's actually plus
211
figures.
plus. He's 211 plus today.
He's sat at his fucking mum's house, doesn't have to work, doesn't have to upload, and he's still making a fucking killing. If anything, I think it's increased traffic to his channel.
Holy shit.
He's still getting an average of 119,000 views a day, so that kid's living fucking pretty.
Oh my God.
He's laughing.
Oh, I wanted to applaud the internet, but once again, the internet lets you down.
But this is what happens when your entire fan base is 14-year-old girls. They'll believe you no matter what. They're not watching Philip DeFranco. They're not watching fucking Drama Alert. They're watching cute boys that do sing songs.
Because they would
ask them to fucking twerk.
They would show them their asshole. It's
So
unbelievable.
I bet half his audience doesn't even know.
It seems like it. I mean, that many people stuck around. That's crazy. That is pretty goddamn
Not even
nuts.
that. People have found him since, and not like. Surely, when you see if he comes up and you're recommended, and you're like, "Wow, Austin Jones," surely at some point you'll get recommended Philly D or Keemstar's video
You
and
would
go,
think.
"Oh,
What? Austin? Really? No. Yes, he did.
no, he's so beautiful. His hair does that flippy thing that I thought went out of fashion fucking 6 years ago."
Nope. Still around,
Nope.
and it still kills. He wants that butthole. He wants
Oh,
to
I've
see it.
never had flippy hair. My forehead's too fucking. My 10 head's too big.
I'm a fairly assertive person, you know, like, and I love, like, shit, I'll take pictures from just about anybody and anything. I don't think I'd ever have nerve to ask for an asshole.
It's very personal, isn't it?
It's pretty fucking
show
personal.
me where you shit from, baby.
It's like, let me see your social security number. No, asshole will do. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Maybe I'm just not famous enough to understand. Maybe you acquire it when you get more famous.
I'll tell you if that ever happens.
Please let me know. I'll come over there and stake you like the vampire you've become.
I need to fucking pretend my channel's not fucking stagnating.
Right? No, that's all. Well, that's what I do. I just ignore it. I just ignore the sub loss. Doesn't bother me
Just
at
have
all.
fucking fun, exactly.
Yeah, just ignore it. Play Pokemon.
If I gave
It'll
a
be fun.
shit what people thought of me these days, I'd be a lot less happy.
Fucking ain't right.
Hell, fucking, I'm off my antidepressants. I've been off my antidepressants for like a month and a half now because I
That's a
just
good
stopped
thing.
fucking caring. It's the best thing you can do. Anyone that's in the chat right now that feels bad about life, that is upset by things and gets hurt easily by what people say about you and critical comments about you, just stop fucking caring.
Right.
And you'll feel so good every single day.
You'll definitely feel better. There's no question about that. Like, my dad was not around a lot in my life, but the one thing he told me when I decided to join the Army, he goes, because he was in the Air Force, and he died back in 2005. But the one thing he told me that stuck with me.
Is this going to be like Shallow Hal, where his dad's dying and it's just like, get yourself hot young tail?
I wish that would have been it. Well, I did, because look, I got my beautiful wife who gave me sex the other night. Hi,
hell
Ellen,
yeah.
Can I get a high five on that hot sex that I gave you? Yeah, I gave you that dick, son. Give me that high five. Shit. God damn it. But no, what he told me was
Almost sounds like she enjoyed it. What the fuck?
well, you know what? She almost had an orgasm. So
You've been Googling how to do things in your spare time.
Oh God, I wish. No, unfortunately, I went in completely unprepared. Polar bear with a hiccup, baby. Polar bear with a hiccup. I just went to Pound Town as hard as I could for as fast as I could. Got about a good 45 seconds in. Feel pretty good about that. Feel confident. Feel spry. I'm not broken. Didn't go to the hospital. That's a plus. That's happened before. That's happened before. But my dad, he actually, the one thing he told me, and to go to your point, is eventually, Dave, you've got to learn to say, I don't give a fuck. Or you're going to get just ulcers after ulcers after ulcers. And it's been the biggest thing that's always stuck with me when I was in the Army, when I got hurt. And there was a time where I took that a little bit too literally. That's when I got up to 475 pounds, because I really didn't give a fuck then. I mean, you could take it too far. But when you're trying to redo everything, and you're trying to take something a little bit farther, when you're trying to create something, when you're trying to lose weight, when you're trying to better yourself, whatever it is, you're always going to have people that's trying to fuck with you. Even if it is with people who have weird obsessions over conventions that they'd like to go to, like Brony Fest. Those people go because they don't give a fuck what people say about them.
They don't give a shit. Like, I'm proud of them for that.
Right.
If you can dress up as a fucking horse to go to a convention and sit on the bus dressed as a horse, more power to you. You're living the dream because you're blissfully unaware of your surroundings, and that's the best way to be.
Sometimes. I mean, sometimes it is just the best to dance like no one's watching. The best thing you can do. Now, we talked about some of the weird ones that exist. What are some of the things that you would like to see exist? Well, we talked about the necrophilia one. What would you create? What convention shaped?
I would create the Ace Trainer Liam and Naked Women Over the Age of 18 Fest. I like that.
I like that one too.
In fact, no, let's amend it. Naked Women Aged 18 to 34 Fest.
Why? Well, you don't like the MILFs? You don't like the cougars? What's wrong with you?
Once the skin starts to wrinkle, Tinkle starts to wrinkle as well.
Oh, I'd fuck Betty
Starts
White
to retract
today.
inwards and be like, nah, fam.
I'm telling you, man, there's a lot of older women.
I was
that
getting my
would
eyes
plow
tested the other
through.
day, and there was a woman there that from a distance I was like, wow, she looks like someone I fucked before. She's kind of hot. And then I got closer, and she had that thing where the skin is a little bit Hulk Hogan-y, a little bit leathery, and I was like, nah, fam, I'm out.
It's like, nope, not gonna happen. No.
Oh, it's over. Whatever attempt at a boner I just had, nah, it's gone.
Wow, that's a little bit shallow. It's a little shallow. I gotta admit,
Dude,
I'm sorry.
ask my fan base. I'm the most shallow man in the world. But it's not. Again, you can. People will accuse me of being a misogynist, but that is not the definition of misogynist because I love women. I don't hate them. I fucking love them. They're the most beautiful creatures walking the earth. But
you just don't want to worship everyone. Yeah, not the ugly ones, right? Yeah, exactly. Like all women deserve love, maybe just not from us. That's all. There's nothing wrong with that. Jen Falatter in the chat said something interesting. She said, cons make people feel normal.
True. Yeah. Because no one at Comic-Con is a nerd.
Right. You're just amongst your peers, so you feel comfortable. That's
and when you're walking around when you're walking around the street dressed as Saz Catsroy from Final Fantasy 13, people will look at you and be like, what the fuck is this freak wearing? Right. Why are you wearing a green trench coat and an afro with weird gun holsters? You walk around Comic-Con like that. Hey, it's fucking Saz Catsroy. Whoa, can I get a picture, man?
Pictures, yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff. You know, we've seen over the last decade, especially before. I mean, like it's happened before, but last decade, there's been the people who go to Comic-Con or go to these conventions for the love of the comics, but then there are the ones that just go to creep on the people who go a little too over sexual with their Comic-Con stuff. So let me ask you, if you ever cosplayed, would you go super sexual with it?
I think I would. No, do you know what? I would if I was a beautiful girl, because, dude, you can fucking get so much. I'd be. Do you know what? It's a good thing I'm not a girl.
I'd be a whore.
If I was a beautiful woman, I would be such a little slag.
I would.
And it
be,
would be.
Yeah. It would be
I'd just be like, you know what? How much of my ass can I show in public without it being illegal?
Will this get me a car? You know,
and I totally understand and I totally stand by. Cosplay does not equal consent.
No,
you cannot touch a cosplaying girl inappropriately, no matter how little she's wearing.
Agreed.
I 100% am an advocate for that. You can't do that shit.
But you can drool.
You can ogle all you fucking want. If a woman who knows certain parts of her body are very sexually attractive to males, if she is showing that, there is nothing wrong with a man looking at that. As long as you're not up her fucking ass with a camera like Brad Maddox, it's fine. If you're standing a good 6-7 feet away and you want to snap a picture, fucking go for it. Because if I had my cock out, I'd expect the same from you.
I can't wait to see his book come out. One day we're going to see photos by Brad, and it will be fucking glorious.
God.
I can't wait.
Because the thing is, right, we've seen a video of him recording a video, but we've not seen the video that he recorded.
It exists, though. You know he did not delete that. It exists.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, my God. He just disappeared. He deleted all of his accounts. He was like, nope, fuck it, I'm out. And good on Xavier Woods for saying fuck it and showing up on television and letting Biggie make a little bit of a joke about him. That's fucking amazing. That tells you everything you need to know about him. And he's another one who goes to all those conventions. You go to these conventions, more than likely you're going to run into Xavier Woods.
Yeah.
He's a huge
He goes everywhere.
He does. He does. And he's killing it, man. Really, it's crazy. But to your point about touching and all of that, what do you think about the picture taking? Especially like they do a lot of those prank bro videos where they'll have like their girlfriends dress up in cosplay and then fucking kind of bash on nerds who take pictures without consent. Do you find that a problem?
What, people doing pranks of people?
No, taking pictures without consent. Like you got all these people who are walking around in costumes. Should you have to ask to take these pictures? If you're going to the zoo, do you ask to take pictures of the animals? I mean,
well, I mean, the thing is, when you cosplay as a certain character, no matter, even if you don't do it sexually, even if you just dress as accurate to that character as possible. Let's take Riku's outfit from Final Fantasy X-2, which is basically a skirt and a bikini top with a very stringy thong showing at the bottom. if you're choosing to wear that, because you have a choice of which character to cosplay.
Yes,
you
do.
could cosplay one of these like Final Fantasy characters that is completely covered from head to toe in armor if you wanted to. But you chose to go for the character that is wearing the least amount of clothes that you can legally get away with. In which case, I don't think you can be upset when someone who is either A, a raging male with a massive boner, or B, a fan of that character that is just impressed to see that character actually in a real life situation wants to take a photo. Is that not what you're there for? You didn't want to just feel like Riku for a day. You wanted to go, I want people to like my costume and want to take pictures of me. Surely.
You want that attention. I don't think
otherwise, why are you doing it? Why are you cosplaying if you don't want attention?
Effort? Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
As long as they don't put their hands on you,
right?
That's fine.
I saw this one really bad prank video a couple years back where this smoke, it might have even been fucking, FuzzyTube, I'm not sure, I can't remember. But they had this smoking hot girl. She started accusing nerds of touching her. And even though they weren't. And they were making these nerds like go fucking like into tears. It was really bad. It pushed the...
Oh, you see, shit like that's just not fair. Because like a lot of these guys are very fragile.
Right. See, that's wrong to me. That's
I mean, that's the same situation as fucking Daddy05 telling his kids that he spilled ink on the floor when they didn't.
Oh, yeah.
When you can't prove that you didn't do something because there's no evidence that you did or didn't, there's only someone's word. And if a girl is screaming that she's been sexually harassed, who's the public going to believe? Generally the girl that's in the cosplay.
The girl screaming, yeah.
Because cosplay doesn't equal consent. If the girl's fucking in on that, the guys aren't going to know what to do. I'd fucking cry in that situation because I'd be like, I didn't fucking do this. Yep. How do I prove to you people that I didn't do this? I feel like I'm going to get in proper legal trouble for this.
It's the blurring of the line, man. And because those videos exist, it screws everything up for other people. It's just, it's a weird thing. But
I also appreciate, like, if you do take photos of cosplayers or you take video footage of cosplayers at conventions, I agree that you should ask permission if you're planning to upload them to the internet.
You should. I agree with that.
If you're planning to put them in a vlog or a blog, that person might have particular fans that follow them around everywhere and get a little bit too close for comfort, and she doesn't want them to know that she's at a certain convention because they'll stalk her for the entire weekend. I mean, hell, I've had it. I've had it where, like, fans have turned up and said hey and everything, and they've taken pictures, and they've had a little chat with us for a few minutes, maybe an hour or something, and then they've gone away to carry on with their weekend. And then I've had people that have stuck and followed me and my group of friends for hours and hours. Like one guy, I think the record was last Comic-Con, a guy, even when we were sat like in a circle just chilling out, just talking amongst friends about YouTube and things like that, he was sat just outside the circle.
Oh, really?
Listening to everything we were saying for 6 hours.
Oh, God,
he followed us.
That's a compliment right there, buddy.
It's a compliment, but at the same time, it's like, dude,
creepy as fuck.
It's a very overstayed welcome. Like
a little bit.
There's only so much you can hint
before. But you're like British. You just tell them the fuck off. You got the sass.
Nah, you know what? We're so fucking polite.
You
British people are polite. British people will sit and suffer in silence.
Yeah, but you're the sasshole. I can't believe you didn't tell that guy to fuck off.
The problem is I don't know why, but in public, I value my reputation. So if I turn around and upset some kid just because he's a fan of me, just being like, yo, dude, can you just fuck off? You've been here for 6 hours.
Right.
The only bit anyone will hear from that is, dude, can you fuck off?
See, that's being conscious right there. That's taking the temperature of your own celebrity, no matter what size it is. That's actually a really smart thing to do.
You have to be fucking careful because the thing is, if I create a scene at one of these conventions, I ain't getting invited again.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
And possibly even blacklisted from buying tickets.
Well, screw that. Yeah, I can't even buy a ticket. Screw that shit. But speaking of buying tickets, we've hit everything about all the conventions and everything. Now, we've talked about whether there are too many or not. That being said, you're rich as fuck. I just made you rich. Do you go to all these conventions? You just travel? Because there is something to be said about them. I mean, they are an attraction, but they do get repetitive. But that being said, would you go to as many as you could if money wasn't an object?
If money wasn't an object,
guys,
I would say if money was no object, I'd want to go to one convention a month because I still got to work.
Okay, yeah.
I still got to earn money. Like even if money wasn't an option, I'd still want to be earning money.
Yeah, you
like even if let's say the unbelievable happens and Pokemon gets more popular than it's ever been before, and for some reason my channel ends up in recommended, Never fucking happens.
Don't be so
but if it
surprised
did,
at what happens later in the year.
hypothetically, and I blasted my way to 1 million subs or something like that, which again, very unlikely to happen. And then money was just rolling in, like fucking Drama Alert money was rolling in, so I was fine. And I was like, you know what?
Fidget spinner money.
I'm going to be financially secure now for the next 20 to 30 years. I'd still want money to be coming in. And I still need to be uploaded.
You just want to work. You know, it seems like you would just be the guy who would want to continue to do your Pokemon streams.
I enjoy what I do. I fucking love it. And I love streaming as well. Streaming, I arguably like streaming more than I like making videos for YouTube.
I've noticed that. I could tell that. It's not that I could tell any like downplay in your videos or anything like that. Just like you come alive on those streams, something fierce, man. I mean,
I fucking love it.
Meant to be. And then coming on here, it's the same thing. It's just
like no offense, guys, but I've got the best fucking fans in the world. Like the people who are fans of me and the people that are in my community all the time, the best fucking people.
I've had amazing crossover with those people, and a lot of them come over here and hang out with me. And the fact that they even be willing to do that, I mean, that's some slumming it at that point. You're coming out and here's a gizmo.
I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for someone. Today. I'm just waiting for someone like Jade Rabbit or Aeon to be like, "What the fuck? I come and watch your streams," and I'm like, "Yeah, so you're part of my community now." Right. The minute you set foot into one of my streams, I consider you a part of my community.
You claim,
and you're welcome. And if you make yourself known in the chat, we will welcome you with open arms. Unless you're a dickhead, in which case we'll fucking shun you.
Right. Think about them life choices, son.
Hell yeah.
That's it. That's it. It really is. I think I would probably be going to a lot. Like I've been to, God, I really haven't been to much. I've been to some really rinky-dink ones. I've never gotten to go to a San Diego Comic-Con. When E3 used to be hosted in Vegas, I never got to go to it. It's like nothing. And I'd like to think that I'd want to go to a lot of them, but I would think I want to go to the Santa Claus convention now that I think about it. That one exists. I want to go to that one. Fuck that.
I want to go to fucking, I know it's not really a convention, but it kind of has a convention around it. I want to go to the Pokemon World Championships.
Ooh, that would be fun.
That shit is lit. I think that's in Frisco.
Really?
San Francisco. I think it's either in San Francisco or San Diego this year.
Is that one that only has one? Like, there's only one World Championship. It's like there's a million Comic-Cons, but is that like one of the events that there is only?
Yeah.
One?
This is run by the Pokemon Company.
Really?
So basically, all weekend is the trading card game tournament and the video game tournament, and I think now they also have Pokken tournaments.
Oh, they're doing really? They're doing that? They're even going to Pokken? Holy shit.
And like last year that was the first Pokken. Like last year the public, they were asking them to sign up when they got there for the Pokken tournament because they didn't have enough players. But this year I think they're going all out with it because of course they're bringing out the deluxe version in September. But I'd love to go to that because it makes me laugh. Because obviously I get a lot of, being a Pokemon YouTuber and being fucking nearly 29 years old, I get a lot of, why do you play a kid's game? You're such a loser. And I'm like, dude, this kids game has a championship, a world championship that is played by adults who can win hundreds of thousands of dollars for winning. This ain't no kids game. This is a game for all the fucking family.
That's it. You know, that's it right there. It's not a kids game. I get that shit every now and then too, but they don't seem like they're real questions or real comments. Or
no, they're always people just trolling you. People just trying to get a rise out of you. They don't get shit out of me.
No, God, no.
Because I just laugh because I'm just like, yeah, dude, it's a kid's game, and I'm getting fucking paid for it. What are you doing?
People are in here right now, son. Shit.
Have fun at Tesco, doing your 9 to 5.
Enjoy pumping that gas, unless you're fucking in Jersey where you don't even get to pump your own gas.
Hey.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so aside from all that, with all the I think we answered the question on cons. Yes, there are too many, but yes, they are still very, very, very viable. Aside from that, what else is going on in the world of Liam or in the world of pop culture you'd like to highlight before we get up on out of here?
Oh, what's going on in the world of me? Fucking nothing.
What about Transformers? That came out the other day, and it's not getting the best of reviews in the world. Do you have any interest in the Transformer universe?
I didn't expect it to get good reviews. My fucking intrigue with that movie was Anthony Hopkins. What have you done?
Why?
You played Hannibal fucking Lecter in my favorite movie of all time, Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs guy, huh?
I love Silence of the Lambs, and I love it. Like yes, he wasn't the first to play Lecter because Brian Cox did it in Manhunter years before. But Silence of the Lambs is just such a perfect movie.
It's a good movie. It is a good flick. You like Buffalo Bill? Is that your guy?
Would you fuck me?
I'd fuck me.
I fuck me so hard.
I fuck me hard. Put the
No, do
lotion
you know
in
what
the
always
basket.
gets me in that movie is when Clarice finally gets to the house and she's talking to Buffalo Bill, and she's asking him if he knew the senator's daughter. Wait a minute, was she a great big fat person? That's my fucking favorite.
You are a fat hater, man. I see it. Holy shit. Oh my god. Luckily, I'm losing that weight, so you'll accept me.
I accept everybody. Fat, short, whatever you want to be. One leg, two leg. Just you're welcome in my streams. I might not take you to the bedroom, but you're welcome in my streams.
Don't act like you wouldn't take this. You know you would. I'm fucking gorgeous, dude. For a fat guy, I am like, I'm flame fucking mignon. I am prime rib in the fat guy world. You wouldn't pass this up.
I've fucked a fat girl before. It's been known. It's happened.
I love the big girls personally. I'm a big girl lover.
I know you do. I know you do.
I do. I love the big girls. Always have. I think I've only been with one woman who was probably of normal proportions, you know, but I like them big girls, man. Like a little bit of meat. Like it. It's good.
If you need to take a look at my ideal shape of woman, just take a look at who I'm fucking dating.
Exactly. Lydia.
She's on point, man.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Inside now, by the way, because she's got a fantastic personality about her too. I think that's what makes her.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh hell yeah. She fucking gets me, dude. Like as sad as it sounds, she has the same fucking brain as me.
It seems like it. You guys compliment each other constantly. It's almost like you're the same person at times on stream.
Like we've yet to really offend each other, because as horrible and horrific a joke as I can make, she can make worse. Because we both follow the Ricky Gervais train of thought. There's nothing you can't joke about.
Right.
You can joke about anything. It can be race. It can be bodily conditions. It can be belief systems. You can joke about it as long as the person telling the joke and the person receiving the joke don't believe the words that are being said.
Yep. That's
if
important.
you all understand that it's a joke, that's fine. If somebody doesn't understand it's a joke, that's when it's not right.
That's the problem. Most people, especially because I've always been a fan of comedy.
Jokes are meant to be literal. That's the point.
You can't, and the joke that works inside of a comedy club isn't necessarily going to work inside of a church. You got to know the fucking, you got to know the group. You got to know who you're talking to. You got to know the community.
It's all about
that involved.
context and situation.
It really is. Isn't everything though? Isn't everything? My God.
Not on YouTube.
No, that's very fucking true. Show me your asshole now. No context to that, baby.
You are not my biggest fan if I haven't seen your asshole.
That's
quote Austin Jones, 2017.
That's a that is a t-shirt.
Oh, sorry, butthole, which makes it even funnier for some reason.
It does. I like butthole better.
It's like
than
he's
asshole.
trying to be polite.
How can I talk about her anus in the best way?
You're not. Unless I've seen your butthole, you're not my biggest fan. How can I say that more politely, please?
I would like to see your poo flower. Can you show me? I just made my wife gag. Yeah, and not. I did the other night too. I did the other night too. Giggity. Okay. Anyway.
Oh.
So.
Give her the dead on D.
Yes, I did. Just ask the question sometimes, kids. That's the thing. If you've been in a sexless marriage for a long time, sometimes just ask to get your dick sucked. You never know what will fucking happen.
If you don't ask, you don't get.
Exactly. You miss 100% of the shots you never take. That's it.
So many jokes, so little time.
So many, I agree. Speaking of so little time, I think we've about hit the nice stopping point on this episode. I really appreciate everybody coming out. Chat's been absolutely lit. I see all kinds of people. PBS Sweetie Pie, Eric the Champ, a lot of your guys up in there.
Eric fucking loves me. Eric wants my arsehole.
I think he does. You got to prove that you're his biggest fan. Yoan's in here. Look at him.
My boy, Yoan. He's a good lad.
He had a good stream earlier, too. You hosted him right after.
Oh, right? You watched a bit of Yoan?
Of course I did. You've opened up a whole new fucking world to me, son. I like it. I'm liking everybody. I dig everybody.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Shout out to Yoan. Any final thoughts, news, notes, quips, quotes, gripes, anything that you would like to bring to the table before we get up out of here?
I suppose I'll just thank everybody for being so accepting of me on Nerd of the Jerk, because I've been doing it for a couple of weeks now, and I know it's not probably what you're used to, but I'm just thankful you guys have welcomed me in.
Absolutely.
I'm having a fucking blast, and I hope you guys are entertained.
Well, he's going to be here for the long haul, folks, so get used to it. If you don't like it, well, upper right-hand corner click, as my good friend Tommy C likes to say. Other than that, tomorrow for me, what's going on for you tomorrow? What's your schedule like tomorrow?
Oh, tomorrow's fucking easy. As long as Yoan and Isla turn up, we'll have an Ace Trainer podcast in the evening. Other than that, last week was fucking Isla's birthday, so I was like, okay, fair enough. But this week it's like, no excuses.
No
Do as I
excuses.
command.
You will show, and you will. If you ever need a pinch hitter who doesn't know shit, let me know.
Other than that, I need to script and fucking record a video that I should have scripted yesterday and recorded today, but fuck it.
Fuck it, who gives a shit? Me, tomorrow is my marathon day. It's the day where I do all my thizzle, go crazy long. We're in the middle of a EV challenge. We made some good headway on that today, and we're going to continue on in Pokemon Prism. Hopefully, you guys will be here for that. We're going to have a fun time. That's the only thing I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Go as long as I possibly can. I've gone 9 and like 11 hours last 2 weeks. I think I want to go even longer than that.
How long did you and Mel go? How was that marathon?
45 seconds.
Fucking hell. That's a record for you. That's a long time.
3 positions, 45 seconds. How long? It wasn't a bit longer?
What is it? Wait.
How long was
15
it?
seconds flip.
It felt like 45. It was fleeting for me because I know it's probably the last. I was sweating a lot, and I know I spit all over at the end. I know I did. Like, just drooled this big, like, Slimer glob right when I climbed out.
Oh, that's fucking grim.
But there was so much fucking sweat that she didn't notice. It was repugnant, man. Like, nobody should ever have to fucking deal with this in the bedroom. It is not a good thing. And it was so hot yesterday, too. It's just...
I never thought I'd have to advise you of the courtesy of swallowing.
No, I was so excited. My mouth was wide open. I was just so happy, and bloop, oops, a doodle. My bad. She didn't notice. Thank fucking Christ for that.
What's with fucking girls that spit as well, right? I don't get this because I'm just going to go on a little tirade for a moment, hijack the fucking show, right?
We're off the rails.
Because obviously there's a whole debate for years and years of spitting and swallowing when someone fucking comes in your mouth. The thing is, me and Lydia talk about this because we talk about fucking everything. Surely swallowing is the better option for everybody, but there's less mess, and compared to the amount of time it takes to swallow some cum and then grab like a drink or something, compared to fumbling around with it still in your mouth, trying to find somewhere to spit it into, like a tissue or fucking a bowl or a cup or something, by then you could have swallowed it and gotten rid of the taste. So why don't you just fucking swallow?
Where does Lydia stand on this? Because my wife's about to punch you in the face. She said, and I quote, "You need to swallow it first, and then before you even have a chance to have that discussion. So you swallow it first."
I tell you what, Mel. I tell you what we'll do, right?
Wait a second.
I'll fucking jizz in your mouth. No, you can spit it into my mouth, and I'll show you how it's fucking done.
Did you just offer a snowball to my wife, dude? Did you just fucking... And she's intrigued. He just offered a snowball, man. What is that? He wanted to jizz in your mouth, and you can put spitting in his mouth. I can't... You know what the fucked up thing is? I'm not even offended. I'm not even... I'm blinded by YouTube glory. I'm not even fucking offended. Wow. That's amazing.
Dude, fucking defend her honor quickly. Yeah. If you want sex again, defend her honor.
Liam, you piece of shit. There we go.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I sound genuine?
No. She's so turned on right now, it doesn't even matter. She's like, oh, Liam.
Oh, I have that effect.
Liam. I can actually see the douche chills coming off of her right now. She's like, ugh. Yeah, she likes them fat and stupid, just like me. So
Mel, call me.
Yeah, right. Oh my God, I can't believe you just offered a snowball my wife. Bravo. Bravo.
And on that note, I got real fucking dry mouth.
Well, I would offer the same courtesy you just offered to her. Bang! There we go. All right. Thank you guys very much for joining us right here on Nerd and the Jerk on Dead on Dave Productions. Make sure you're checking out Ace Trainer Liam on everything that he does. You can find that in the description box. And, of course, on the Twitters at Ace Trainer Liam. You've been looking at right under his armpits the entire time. Those silky smooth, dolphin glazed armpits. They're fantastic. And, of course, you can find me at Dead on Dave V right on the Twitters. That's about it. Thank you guys very much. We'll see you next time. Keep copious, folks. And remember, as always, if you don't have talent,
have talented friends.
Fucking A, right. I'm glad I don't have to put you... Or snowballs, my wife says.
Or snowball.
She's a trooper. See you next time. Oh, Sarcastic Sam donated $1. Sounds like you have lots of experience in swallowing, Liam. I knew you were too good to be straight. Hashtag exposed. That's a good fucking line.
But right. This is a guy who missed the fucking point where I said, me and my fucking smoking hot girlfriend talk about this shit. Because we talk about fucking everything. That's what a real fucking relationship is, man.
That's true love.
You ain't got a real relationship unless you can talk to a girl like just about the fucking absolute filthiest bitch stuff ever,
right.
and not fucking wince.
That's true.
If you're ever with a girl that's like, oh, don't talk about sexual things, that's not cool, just be like, dude, get to fucking hitting the bricks.
Right, just get out of here, just like we're gonna do, because that's true love, and this is the true ending. We'll see you next time. And peace.
Here's your winner,